Do you know what's coming before dawn? Satellite data has shown that Earth's magnetic field is weakening at a rate scientists cannot explain, dropping nearly 10% in just the last 2 centuries. They call it a South Atlantic anomaly, but they don't understand what it means. This isn't just about magnetism, it's about convergence. There is a convergence happening between the heavens and the trembling of man's soul. And when that moment breaks the veil, just before morning light, there will be a sign in the sky, but not all will see it. Only the pure, only those who have not bent the knee to the lies of this world. A dark star, not burning with light but throbbing with judgment, will appear, and when it does, the separation will begin. This is not speculation, this is not metaphor, and this isn't a future to be debated in coffee shops or dismissed by modern theologians who fear discomfort more than they fear the wrath of God. This sign will come without announcement, like a thief in the night, silent and absolute. And when it rises, it will expose what has been hiding under the skin of every nation and every soul. The message was delivered through Father Michel, a voice many refuse to hear because he doesn't flatter the pride of this dying age. He said plainly, "A dark star will appear before the dawn. The pure will know it, the wicked will scoff, and the lukewarm will tremble, not understanding why their hearts are so full of dread." And if we are honest with ourselves, we already feel it. We already know something unnatural is pressing into our world, not just the shaking of the nations, but the collapse of inner certainty. How many of you can sleep peacefully now? How many still believe the future is normal? Across Europe, fires burn in city centers where once stood the quiet of sacred stone churches. France, once the eldest daughter of the church, is now a place where anti-Christian riots burn statues, where the faithful kneel only in fear. In the United States, desecration of sacred images now happens in broad daylight, and not a single leader raises a hand to stop it. Drag parades in front of cathedrals, host desecrating art funded by universities. The West has pierced the heart of heaven and then blamed God for the blood that spills. This dark star will not be a planet or asteroid or meteor. It is a veil of divine separation, tearing open above our heads in silence. You will not find it announced on the news. There will be no headlines. There will only be the moment, around 3 in the morning, when the sky tightens, when silence presses on the eardrum like a drum skin stretched too far, and when the pulse of the air seems to still. And then those who are clean will fall to their knees, not in terror, but in recognition. Those who have refused to kneel will scream without knowing why, and it will not stop at one moment. The day after, and the day after that, the pressure will mount. Electronics will glitch. People will report dreams that leave them soaked in sweat. Animals will behave erratically. Children will ask questions their parents cannot answer. And the institutions of man, the stock market, the media, the leadership in Rome, will all offer answers that feel hollow and rehearsed, because none of them will admit what's coming. In New York, where towers once fell and pride stood tall, the sky will be discolored, gray before the sun rises. In Tokyo, people will report seeing flashes at night, though no lightning will follow. In the hills near Lourdes, a silence will descend, even the birds refuse to break. And above it all, the star will burn, not with flame, but with absence, not with heat, but with judgment. Do you not remember what was written in the book of Amos? "I will make the sun go down at noon and darken the earth in broad daylight." Amos 8 verse 9. This is not merely about celestial movements. This is about heaven intruding upon history. The line between judgment and mercy is being drawn, and not on maps, but in hearts. And don't think for a second this is just a religious message dressed in mystery. No, this is the convergence of reality. The scientists who mock prophecy are now warning of solar storms powerful enough to cripple satellites and black out entire grids. They warn us of a Carrington event, magnitude blast, something we haven't seen since 1859. But they don't know what triggers it. They don't know that the heavens obey a timetable not written by men, because behind the veil of data and technology is a war of spirits. And this dark star, this heavenly marker, is not a cosmic coincidence. It is the wound of heaven showing itself to earth. When it appears, do not expect peace to follow. The appearance of the star is the dividing of the sea. It is the silence before the whirlwind. Within weeks, global systems will begin to fracture. A superpower will suffer a financial breakdown that seems impossible. There will be an assassination attempt on a leader in Latin America, and there will be a lightning bolt event at the Vatican, an act of heaven permitted as a sign of broken order within. In South Korea, a missile test will accidentally cross into restricted airspace. In Israel, a conflict will break out not just between armies, but within families. And in Rome, the smoke of incense will be mixed with the scent of fire, not from devotion, but from collapse. And yet, the greatest upheaval won't be seen with the eye, but felt in the soul. Families will turn against one another, not in sudden rage, but in slow betrayal. Masks will fall off, neighbors will show their true allegiance, and inside churches that once offered comfort, the division will become unbearable. Half will remain asleep, the other half will flee, not from persecution, but from the stench of compromise. You see, purity is not about appearing religious. It's not about belonging to a group or saying the right prayers. It's about having nothing left to hide when God turns the light on. And when that star appears in the pre-dawn sky, it will be a light, but one that reveals, not one that comforts. It will show the cracks in every false peace. It will reveal the rot beneath our prosperity. There will be people, yes, who fall on their faces and weep, but there will also be those who laugh, who post mocking videos, who say, "Is this all a shadow in the sky?" And that will be the final mercy they reject. As Paul wrote in 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, while people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, not because they weren't warned, but because they were, and they chose numbness over truth. So I say this with trembling, not anger. The star is not the end. It is the trumpet before the sword. There will be more. This is only the beginning of what will unfold. If you do not see it, then you must ask yourself why. Is it because you have been clouded by distraction, addiction, or compromise? Is your life oriented toward the light or toward surviving in the gray? Because the dark star comes for all. It will not wait until you are ready. It will not adjust itself to your theology. It will not nod politely. It will cut through the sky like a blade, dividing those who still hope from those who have already surrendered to despair. So brace yourselves, not for fire from the sky, but for a silence that will ask you one question louder than thunder ever could. Whose are you?